Hey guys, it's Carter. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day today. Now in today's video, we are going to be talking about our weekly swing trading routine that I do every single Sunday to ensure I'm going into the week with some sort of game plan, some sort of approach. Now what this entails is a whole bunch of stuff. It's looking at stocks we're holding, making sure we have our stop loss, our profits at, and understand the stock completely. You know, another thing we look at stocks on our watch list. We look at stocks on our scanner, constantly looking for opportunities, planning out the trade, right? Having a good trading routine is probably one of the most important things a trader needs. It's like, imagine you guys are going into the Super Bowl without a playbook, without an offensive plan, defensive plan. You're going to lose the game. I played football growing up, so that's the best expression that I always tell people is to treat it like a game. Now, I know people always say, well, Carter, you know, trading is different. Yeah, trading is different. But at the end of the day, you need a solid strategy. You need that approach. So we're going to be breaking down this weekly swing trading routine that I do every single Sunday. So hit that like button, subscribe. And if you guys want to learn more about swing trading, check out our school. It's fantastic. We have private live streams, quizzes, lectures, a group chat, but more importantly, we actually teach you to trade. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not alerts or anything like that. It's honest strategies that I've learned over the past 7 years of full-time swing trading, so check it out down below, and you guys can use code YouTube to get 20% off. Only one spot left for that code, so if you want to check it out, use that code, sign up, and guys, let's jump into this. So we're going to actually turn to the computer and look at our weekly swing trading routine. All right, so the first thing that I look at is the stocks we're holding. We took a trade on SCI. Now, the approach that I had behind this was very simple. This was a 200-day moving average play. You guys can see the stock sold off in the past and hit it, and we had good buying pressure from it several times. I thought we were going to get a lot more buying pressure, but the thing about trading is you could have the best strategy, but it will never be 100%, right? So you got to plan out your trade. So what does this entail? So we entered near and around that 200-day moving average line, entering here, keeping our stop loss right about 2% from that current price to give it a little wiggle room for support so we don't get stopped out. For a possible push back up to the $86 to $89 level, it gives a risk very, very high, like 8-to-1 risk versus reward. So with this type of approach, guys, you could be wrong several times, right? Imagine you guys are starting out with $1,000. You trade these types of plays once a week, risking that 2%, like I said, with a 9-to-1 risk and reward, right? Imagine out of 100 trades, you're profitable on 30 of them. You have more than quadrupled. You're sitting at $6,800 with a 30% win-loss rating. So having good risk and reward is incredibly important. And if this stock does hit that stop, that's completely fine because we understand the game. We understand the long-term goal. We've made a bunch of money this month, so now this would be just the icing on the cake here. So looking at the hourly, you guys can see we got in on that near and around that 76 mark, keeping our stop below, ideally like 75, right in this range. So if it does dip down, we're out. We got in because the heavy support and for a preparation of a breakout. Obviously, it hasn't happened just yet, but we'll see here because of this nice hard support. Hopefully, we could get some buying pressure in the next couple of days with this play. So now, like I said, we have our stop loss planned. We have our target planned. We understand everything about the stock. So the next thing is to move on. This week here, we're only holding one stock. So, going into the week, we could end up holding 5 by Friday. But as of right now, that's all we're holding. The next thing in my swing trading routine is I go to my opportunity list. Opportunity here is stocks that show potential. I went ahead and I scanned, for near and around about 45 minutes looking for some opportunity. So looking at some of these here, we'll actually break down why they're on watch, right? One of the reasons I like this is we got some huge sell-off here from about $75 all the way down here. So it had about an 18% sell-off in a matter of about 2.5 weeks. So that entails the RSI is pretty undervalued, and And looking at the hourly, we're due for a nice breakout if we can get a push above 63. So what I'm going to do, throw an alert rate here so I'm ready to rock and roll. Now, the broker I use for all my swing trading is Mumu. So if you guys want to sign up, you guys can get up to 20 free stock just by signing up. But they're an awesome broker. They offer great charting, scanning, indicating, and they offer that really, really cool risk and reward tool. So if you're getting into trading, I would highly recommend it. The next one here is GILD here. This one here, looking at the daily, does have, some nice hard support near and around this yellow line, which is a 50-day moving average line. You can see in the past where it hit it and we had that great move going forward. So right now the RSI is about the same as this point where we had a good move. Also looking at the hourly, it's due for a nice breakout here. Looking at this here, we have this nice and steady trend like such. So we're going to throw an alert above here and be ready to rock and roll if it gets some buying pressure. All right, another one here is to look at PWR, 90-day moving average play. It sold off from 350 all the way down to 310. Now, looking at this here, where stock has these high swings, so it swings up like this and lower highs like this, this establishes a trend line like this and a trend line like this here. So breaking down this type of trade here, what I would recommend doing is if we entered here, you'd want to keep your stop loss below, the overall trend, and the target is about here. Now look at the risk and reward, 1.5. So with this type of play, you're only risking $1 to make $1.50. Ideally, you want like a 2-to-1. You want to risk $1 to make a minimum of $2. So honestly, we're kind of just going to see what happens with this one, but we're not going to set any alerts. We even could remove it from the group. Next one here is ticker symbol BRFS. We've traded this one in the past. The RSI right now is near and around a 30. The last time it was trading for a 30 was back in here and it had this good move. Previous to that was in here where we had this good move. So that right now represents a pretty undervalued spot for the stock. And given the stock's near and around that 200-day moving average line, the last time it was trading there was all the way back in mid-2023, where we saw this stock go from $1.80 all the way up to $2.50 in a couple of days. Also, this stock is under $5, so it's going to be volatile. It's going to swing, and that entails a little more risk. So what I would recommend doing here, you can see the hard resistance at that 90-day moving average line. So that blue line here, it hits it right several times, establishing resistance. You also could remove this and try to draw a nice trend line. So it would be something like this. So now what you'd want to do is set an alert just above it, just like this. So we'll throw an alert above it and let this thing pan out, but you can see how many times we've traded this stock in the past. Another one here is Zillow. With Zillow here, we do have a very similar situation here with this general trend line. Also, looking at the daily, one of the things that I liked about this was this trend line. So it hit these points of contact several times, establishing support. Also, it was trading on that 90-day moving average line and the trend line. So the more supports you have with your plays, the better off you're going to be. So either way, looking at this, yes, we do have that resistance line there. We have trends, but the move would be like from 71 to 76, and it's a blue chip stock that could carry some potential. This one here has kind of been pretty volatile, but it does have a decent trend line, as you guys can see. But we're going to actually remove this one just because in looking at the hourly, we've seen these false breakouts where the stock has squeezed up, popped up, and kind of is just, maybe trying to form a trend or something. But, for me, I'm just gonna remove this stock from watch. ERJ here, it would be a 50-day moving average play. Similar situation. It's kind of like a middle ground stock. It's not undervalued nor overvalued, so we're going to just remove it here. DE would be a 200-day moving average play. You can see this steady downward trend we've seen. So the move would be like from 208 to 222 or 422, 408 to 422 for a possible breakout higher. So that would be the approach there. But this is a good one with a really undervalued RSI, and the hourly has that nice trend line like such. So you'd want to get in on that breakout. Now, this is what swing trading entails, right? People think it's this glorious thing of getting in and out of positions fast and buying low, selling high. Of course that, but at the end of the day, most of my time is spent doing this, right? Planning out entries, planning out all of this stuff. And then people always go, oh, how'd you get in on that trade? Well, I was just prepared for it. I knew it was coming. I had my alerts ready, or I was just overall just watching the stock. And this is why swing trading is so incredible, is because you could do this on a weekend, and then on your work days, you can just kind of manage it and watch it. Look at the stocks on your break or your lunchtime. Have access to your phone, or if you have access to a computer, glance at it. Right. This is what makes up swing trading. It's just being prepared. Now, if you guys want to learn more, I would highly recommend checking out our school. It's awesome. We have those private live streams. We have quizzes. We got lectures. So we'll see you guys in there. And don't forget code YouTube to get 20% off. Only one spot left for that code, so check it out. But we'll see you guys. Hope you guys all enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, and have a great rest of your day. Take care.